Hi folks, Willard Sharp with Willard Sharp Photography here with a short video update today on the cloud cover forecast for Eclipse Day, which is now only 4 days away as of the making of this video, and some tips and tricks that will make your eclipse viewing experience on Monday much more enjoyable. First off, let's take a look at the cloud cover forecast. So this is an animation of the GFS model going back 48 hours up through today. And you can see that even though the GFS paints in a lot of extra clouds just by the way this model does things, you can still see that persistent clearing in Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana, along with persistent clearing up in Maine. Unfortunately, a lot of cloud cover, and I think that's going to be the case here in the Ohio Valley, and also down into Texas and parts of Arkansas. Taking a look at the Canadian cloud cover model. The Canadian, again, is my go-to model when I'm looking at cloud cover forecasts, when I'm trying to plan events where I'm going to go shoot the night sky or anything like that. And you can see, again, persistent clearing here in the Midwest, Maine, along with the clouds in the Ohio Valley and clouds down in the Texas area. If we take a look at the National Weather Service blended computer models, where it just takes kind of everything and puts it together and averages it out. You can see that it's not perfect. It's tending toward better viewing skies here in the Midwest, up in New England, along with persistent cloud cover here in the Ohio Valley, up into southern New England, and then into Texas and southern Oklahoma, Arkansas, a lot of cloud cover. So we're 4 days away, and the cloud cover forecast is going to get better and better from here on out. But as of right now, my personal target is going to be here in Illinois. I'm going to be in southern Illinois in the path of totality for the eclipse. The forecast is looking pretty solid there, though I'm going to continue to carefully monitor the forecast. Maine also, and parts of New England, also looks to be like a pretty good place to go for the eclipse. Going to be plenty of clear skies up that way, it appears. No-go places are going to be, unfortunately, in the Ohio Valley and down here in Texas, possibly into Arkansas. There's going to be at least high cloud cover down here, if not total cloud cover. Maybe some higher clouds here in Arkansas, where the viewing may not be perfect, but hopefully won't be completely obstructed. We'll know here, in another day or so how that's going to forecast out, but that's the way things are looking right now, and those are my plans for viewing and photographing the eclipse. Now, just some tips and tricks for Eclipse Day. You want to be prepared if you're going to be in the path of totality. Just some things to expect. First off, be in the path of totality. 99% coverage, which is right on the edge of the totality path, is not the same as totality. It is a completely different experience, and you will be sad if you're not in the path of totality. If you're planning on going to the eclipse and going to be in the path of totality, I'm planning on being at my target area by 7 a.m. So I would recommend that you try to get to your target as early as possible to beat the crowds, because by the time we get to eclipse time, which is going to be around the lunch hour, there's going to be a lot of traffic and a lot of people moving around, and it's going to be tough to get around. Prepare now if you're going to the path of totality. Have food, water, your other favorite beverages with you. Basically pack a lunch and take it with you. It's going to make the experience enjoyable and fun. Camping chairs, bring those along so you can relax and chill out before, during, and after the eclipse. Remember, solar eclipse glasses are required during the partial phases. During totality, you can take the eclipse glasses off and look at the eclipse directly. So before you get settled in, fill up your fuel tank in whatever little town you're going to be in and beat the massive crowds, because if you wait until after totality to fill up, you may not be able to, unfortunately. Have a extra gas can with you with fuel. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some extra fuel with me, just in case. Bathroom. So when you go fuel up in the morning, do a bathroom break during that fuel stop. I'm going to be taking my camping toilet and teepee with me, so if you have that or can get access to that before heading to the Path of Totality, I strongly recommend that you do that. It's going to be a long day. There's going to be lots of crowds, and getting into bathrooms and convenience stores and such in the Path of Totality is probably going to be almost impossible by the noon hour. Once Totality is over, the first wave of people are going to start heading home. Kind of expect it to be like a disaster movie or like a catastrophe situation where you have a hurricane moving through. Expect very long delays and very heavy traffic. If you can, enjoy the second part of the partial eclipse after Totality and head out then. The crowds may be starting to thin a little bit, but it's still going to be super, super busy. So bottom line is be patient, when you get ready to head home. Expect cell phone outages and poor service in the Totality path, because again, you're going to have lots and lots of extra people there. I fully expect that there's going to be fuel and food shortages, especially in smaller towns. I think a lot of towns are doing a great job getting prepared for this, but there are so many people who are going to be coming to this that I think it's just inevitable that fuel and food shortages are going to happen. So be prepared for that. That's why bring your own food, bring your own fuel. And then when you get ready to head home, wherever you're at, don't litter. Haul out your own garbage. It's going to be a fun experience for the entire family. I strongly recommend it. If you can get to areas where there's going to be clear skies, go. It's definitely a wonderful experience. And with that, thanks for listening in, and I'll have further updates this coming weekend on the Eclipse.